Hey, Tony and Corey here, your weekend warriors, with another project that we want to share with you. Today we're going to re-screen an old patio door that's been wrecked by a dog. Tony, almost any weekend warrior can do this project. What sort of materials do we need to get it done?
Well, we need a few very specific things. We need a spline tool. We need some replacement fiberglass screen or mesh. And of course, we need the spline that we're gonna replace. And you don't do anything without a box knife. So just in case, we got a box knife.
Well, we're gonna need to trim the edges off with that box knife. You know, one thing I wanna point out is that fiberglass mesh comes in a variety of different colors and styles. You can get it in aluminum, you can get it in stainless steel or fiberglass, which is what we're using today. So we're gonna roll this out and let's get started.
Yeah.
So the first thing we need to do is take out the old spline from the original door.
It's actually, it's actually started to come up here already. So I think we'll start here if you want to go that way.
Let's peel this old stuff out of here. And the old screen just comes right out. All right, so what we're gonna do is take the new screen and roll it out. Make sure that it's somewhat straight. You don't wanna put it in at a crooked angle because you'll be able to tell after you get it installed back into the door. So we've got the new spline here. This one's gray, matches the color of the screen. So we're gonna start in one corner and work our way around with the spline tool.
The spline tool has two ends. It has a convex end and a concave end. You'll start with the concave end to get the spline started and then switch to the convex end to really deep set that spline down in the frame.
So now we're going to switch the spline tool over and use the convex side. And what that allows us to do is push that spline deep down into that channel, really tightening up the screen and holding it in place. Now what we need to do is be careful and cut the spline to fit just into the end, without cutting our screen.
Yep, good job. Now the last thing there is to do is to trim off the excess screen from around the outside. Again, we want to be super careful not to cut the screen on this side of the spline or scratch up the frame too much. Nice work, buddy.
So the spline in the corner didn't want to go down, so I'm going to use just a flathead screwdriver and push it down manually. Well, there you have it. That's a pretty easy project for any weekend warrior to do. If you've got old torn up screens in your house, don't be afraid to go out and buy a few dollars worth of material and replace them all.
Absolutely. This turned out really good. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been another episode of Your Weekend Warriors.
We'll see you next time. Yeah, the screen turned out really good. I feel like